back, everybody. Today I'm going to read a book called Dear Tooth Fairy. I first got and read this book when I was losing most of my baby teeth. I hope you enjoy it. Dear Tooth Fairy, the true story of how the Tooth Fairy came to be. As you know, fairies watch over the land of humans and take care of the children who live there. But many years ago, something went terribly wrong. The sounds of children's laughter floating across fairyland stopped. Instead, the fairies could only hear sobbing. The fairy queen sent messengers to find out what was wrong. When they returned, she called a meeting in the Bluebell Woods. One by one, the messengers reported what they had discovered. I couldn't find a single reason for all the tears, announced the Laughter Fairy. I believe the children are sad because they are bored. But that can't be true, retorted the Fun Fairy. Only last week I invented 100 new games. I think the children are tired. Oh no, murmured the Sleep Fairy dreamily. I cast such beautiful dream spells during my travels that now all the children sleep deeply through the night. I think they're miserable because there's a shortage of delicious things to eat. The children have never eaten so many scrumptious cakes and sweets, protested the Tree Fairy. Well, interrupted the Queen impatiently, what is the matter with them? The fairies wrinkled their brows and fluttered their wings in puzzlement. Suddenly, there was a small cough. A very nervous young sprite stepped forward. Speak up clearly, my dear, said the Queen kindly. I think the children are crying because they have too many delicious foods to eat, the sprite began bravely. Everyone knows that cakes and candies taste good, but too many can cause toothaches. Gasps of horror rippled among the fairies. She could be right, exclaimed the Tree Fairy. I did notice that some of my most special sweets were being left uneaten. Nobody can resist a double-decker, triple-ripple, dreamy-creamy, chocolate-coated toffee cake, unless something is wrong. The fairies all nodded in agreement. The Queen raised her wand for silence. If this is true, we must take action immediately, she announced. The Queen turned to the sprite. Do you have a plan? She asked. The sprite spoke up boldly. I think we should help the children take care of their teeth. Children must be made to look after their teeth, snapped the Rules Fairy. And after all, they only have one set of... That may be true at the moment, interrupted the sprite in excitement. But we can create a magical spell that gives every child 2 sets of teeth. Children can practice on the first set of baby teeth. Then, when they've learned how to take care of them, they'll grow a second set that are bigger and stronger. These will be their grown-up teeth. But what will happen to the baby teeth when they fall out? Asked the neat and tidy fairy, who always wanted to keep things clean. We could give the children special purses, squeaked the sprite gleefully. Then, when their baby teeth fall out, the children can put their teeth into the purses and place them under their pillows. With a little bit of magic, we'll make the teeth disappear and in their places leave gifts. Some of our magic can be used to help the new teeth grow strong and healthy. Bravo, said the Queen, delighted with the plan. You shall become the Tooth Fairy. Your job is to help the children look after their teeth. The sprite blushed as red as a rosehip at the unexpected honor. At last she would become a real fairy. All she needed now was some help to mix her spell. That night, under the pale moonlight, the fairies gathered for the spell-making ceremony. They held hands as they stood in a circle around the cauldron. One by one, they fluttered towards to add their magic sparkles to the cauldron. The mixture fizzed and bubbled with each new gift. I give a lovely white smile, beamed the Laughter Fairy. My gift is a minty tinkle that makes toothpaste taste nice, twinkled the Fun Fairy, dancing around the cauldron and twirling her wand. The spell grew until it was the Tooth Fairy's turn to add her final ingredient, She stepped forward and dipped her new wand into the cauldron. My touch of magic will stop the hurting when a tooth falls out, she said. A sparkling cloud of fairy dust swirled around the cauldron. The spell was ready. The tooth fairy unfurled her shimmering wings. Waving to her friends, she fluttered gently up into the night sky and sprinkled tooth magic onto the moonbeams. From that day on, children in every corner of the world have 2 sets of teeth. First baby teeth to practice on, and then a set of strong grown-up teeth. As for the tooth fairy, she is busy every night flitting from pillow to pillow, collecting baby teeth and leaving a little bit of magic that helps keep their teeth strong and healthy. That was the end of the book. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know if there are any books that you want us to read. Before long, we will be posting more videos. I hope you enjoy them. See you later.